So the alternative communication system I'm going to be demonstrating today is the Picture Exchange Communication System, or PECS as it's commonly known. In this demonstration, it will just be myself. I do not have permission to videotape at my agency, so I will be showing the materials that are needed to execute this, as well as giving an example of how we would use PECS. So for PECS, there are a few prerequisite skills that would be necessary for us to identify in a learner before we would be able to move on to teaching PECS as a way of them communicating. So one of them is the ability for them to match to sample, so to understand that a picture of something represents an item, for them to discriminate amongst different pictures or items that are presented in front of them. The motor movement that is required of picking something up, taking it off, and handing it to someone would also be a prerequisite skill, as well as being able to recognize different symbols, as well as discriminate between those symbols as well, and to remember them. So when we're looking for a learner who would be appropriate for using the PECS system, we would look for those sorts of skills. It's also best suited for those learners who have perhaps no vocal communication skills, or perhaps very limited or unintelligible communication, where we're looking to have more advanced communication skills for them to utilize. So what I have today for my PECS is I have a couple of books of PECS. Inside each of these books is pages with Velcroed on pictures of various items, which demonstrate things such as school, bathroom, playground, bus, which a learner would use to select and then exchange with their communication partner in order to request for something or communicate something. So what I'll be demonstrating today will be a learner who has already gotten through the first 4 phases of the PECS training. So they have had the physically assisted exchange, they have learned to exchange spontaneously, and they have been able to simultaneously discriminate between pictures. So they essentially can be presented with this various amount of pictures, be able to select what they want and place it on their little communication board. Today I'll be using this strip here. So in this example, we're using, since we're working on building sentence structure in phase 4 of the PECS training, I'll be using three symbols here in order to communicate what I want. This will be a request for a book. So this is my book that I'm requesting for. And it's specified as a blue book in order to discriminate with the yellow book that I have. So in an example of using PECS, the learner would obtain their book of PECS. It could also be a larger sheet with the PECS on it. I would discriminate between my selections here. I would select my I want, because the book is something that I want. This is a manned. My specifier, which is my blue book, because I'm requesting the blue book. And then the book picture, because I'm requesting for a book. I would place this on my communication strip. So I want blue book. I would approach the individual of my communication partner. I would show this to them. I want blue book, and in exchange I would receive this blue book as my reinforcement for using my PECS. so that is just one way in which a request can be taught using the PECS system. My references can be found that I used in my comment section of the video submission.